And we are live here from the Tavern United broadcast booth. Ken Plating, Trent Ward will be calling all the exciting action here tonight. So thank you for joining us here at the Portage Curling Club for the 2018 Canad Inns Men's Classic. This is set to be a really good matchup today. Kevin Cooey taking on Botcher in this main event and final. Neither of these teams have met each other here before in the final. It'll be an exciting game, isn't it?
It'll be a really exciting game, a battle of Alberta. Of course, we have the reigning Alberta champion, and of course, Kevin Cooey never played, representing Canada at the Olympics last year, so it'll be interesting. We might be watching the Alberta final here to get to the Brier this year.
That's right, Edmonton versus Calgary in this one. And last year, the winner of this event was Reed Carruthers, and he was a two-time back-to-back winner. He is not in the final this year, so it'll be a new winner holding up the championship trophy by the end of today. As you can see right now, in just a few moments here, the curlers skating on the ice, just practicing their slides as they get ready to go. This is going to be a great game that we are excited to broadcast to you. If you're watching on CBC Sports, or you're watching on their online, or you're watching on Daily Motion, or off the Canad Inns website, you can click on the links. Obviously, you're here already, but you can tell all your family and friends how to get onto it and watch one of the greatest matchups that we're going to have here today. Both these teams well deserving of being in the championship final. All right, we're ready to to take off here with this battle. As you can see, both teams are just about ready to get into the hack. And we'll be broadcasting now the 2018 Canad Inns Men's Classic here from the Portage Curling Club.
Both teams qualified on the A side, so they had to do a draw to the button to choose who got last stone in the first end. And that was won by Brendan Botcher, so Kevin Cooey's team will throw first, calling for a centerline guard.
And both these teams went right down to the last rock in their A side, or the championship semifinals here. An exciting game for both of them. Botcher, of course, was down for most of the game and then battled his way right back and ended up stealing in the last end to end up winning his matchup. So a great game there. And Kevin Cooey had to do just a hit and stick. His game was tied going into the last end, so ended up with a hit and stick and just winning his matchup. So exciting on both ends. Should be an exciting game for us here today.
Yeah, either skip kind of went both sides of the coin there. Kevin, keeping last rock in the end of his champion or semifinal game, and had his destiny in his own hand. And Brendan Botcher, of course, Brad Jacobs had to make a very difficult raise back and was unsuccessful. And Brendan stole it away and got here.
Well, we are putting some rocks already into the rings here. Botcher here bringing one into the 4-foot one. Probably having to move over just a little bit more. You see a pretty good chunk of it as you look down the ice.
It's about half open.
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, plenty of curling action coming your way starting on Thursday as we get ready for the Canad Inns Women's Classic. 4 days of great curling here.
32 teams from around the world.
Little hit, little roll. So it's something really picking right out of the hack as they're kind of cleaning in front of the rings here in front of the curler's delivery. I don't know if there was something there. Still ended up getting the stone out, but felt that they had grabbed a little something.
Of course, Kevin had one pick in his last game, right out of his hand at the hog line. We haven't seen very many picks through the week at all.
Carrick Martin with his second stone here, this first end.
Teams in the first end here opting just to go with the one center line guard to start off.
And this is kind of like getting used to each other in that first end. And nobody's going to be too daring, I don't think, right off the hop. We did see rocks go straight to the center, so no corner guards being thrown up. So I don't know if we can expect a very big end here. Just kind of feeling each other out, I think, is what it's going to be for this first one.
Yeah, we saw that Kevin in his last game do the exact same thing on, rather than maybe throw another center line guard up, just removing the stone that was thrown in the rings.
Brad Thiessen with his first of 2 stones. The second for Team Botcher. Sweeper is holding this one for line. It's about half a rock. The roll almost takes it out of the house. Does take it right out of the house, and rock is still in play, but outside of the rings. Golden flash now. In the hack. Second for Team Coe.
Colton was part of the Laycock team that won this event in 2015.
Sweeper's working hard at this one. This ice will swing. We've seen that in the finish of each one of the stones. If you're throwing nice draw weight, it will move. As we've said, 5 to 5.5 feet, so that's quite a bit.
Yes, tremendous curl in the ice here, and that's what the curlers want out here. They want that 5.5 feet of curl. The ice crew here, Greg Owasku, and the Portage Ice team, they've done a tremendous job in getting it prepared, getting it ready.
As many curlers have said to me as they're sitting here, because we've had a lot of people join us in the color booth here, it's as close to arena ice as they've seen. So it's so nice to play on, and a lot of swing. That's what they want to see on the ice, and just a nice ice to play on. So great job by the ice crew here, putting something together.
Great shots are rewarded, and if you're a little bit heavy, a little bit light, you pay the ultimate price for those shots. So we have an open house here now. Clean sheet of ice.
So Kui now wondering what to do. Just going to draw one into the rings. I think everybody's just thinking this is going to be probably a blanked first end. See how the ice kind of reads for them, if there's anything different, anything they have to worry about. One thing I will say that we have found throughout the course of the weekend is that if you do throw a little bit more weight on this ice, it does tend to stay a little straighter than they thought. It's there if you throw a nice draw weight. It will curl in nice and smooth, but if you throw something with just a little bit more hack or back 12, it sometimes runs straight, especially along the outsides. So curlers are kind of watching for that a little bit, and this is a perfect opportunity to kind of see how the ice is running, right? So,
yeah, in a championship game, I'm sure they want to get the feel for the ice. Both teams qualifying here on the A-side event. They flipped for last rock and have choice of stones, so they could take stones off whatever surface they wanted to here. So they had their pick of stones. So this might be just a little bit of matching stones and stuff like that in the first end.
BJ Neufeld with hit stick. As we thought, we will see probably a little bit of running of stones at this point in time.
Which in a normal game, I shouldn't say normal game, but in a game is usually unusual with the free guard rule of 5 rock.
So if you're wondering what these guys are playing for, well, it's not a small chunk of cash. It's a large one. $18,000 goes to the winner today. $10,000 for the team that comes runner-up. So a nice purse.
Kind of weight, Kev?
Coe now with his first of 2 skip stones. He's looking for a hit and stick.
This event is one of the largest purses that is not one of the Slam Tour events.
So Molding now holding the broom for Botcher. Very fast first end here.
Yep. Clean. Yep. 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 Clean.
Looks like a little inside roll. Just moving the rock slightly around the rings, giving each team a different look at it, making them think a little bit more, just not straight on the same spot.
Cooey's, I'm sorry.
Of course, Kevin Cooey is a 3-time Canadian champion.
Yes.
He's won the Worlds twice.
Cooey now with his last rock of this first end.
Yep.
Looking
Hard.
for the
Hard,
hidden
ready.
stick.
Hard.
He gets about a quarter stone. That's enough. Doing jams on the back, but no damage done there. And as predicted, you know how this one was going to end at the end of the first with a just going to throw this one through the rings.
Pick kind of a spot that you may be unfamiliar with, so just see how it runs down.
Well, nothing too exciting in the first end of play, but we've got plenty more coming up. 7 more ends of action here from the Portage Curling Club. Ken Plating, Trent Ward. You're watching the Canad Inns Men's Classic live from the Portage Curling Club.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inns Destination Centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Welcome back to the Portage Curling Club. We are on end number 2. And once again, the boccia team has the last rock because they blanked the first end. So Cooey just likes to throw up a guard up in the center line, and Boccia's going to follow suit here with his first lead rock.
Yes, it looks like he's going to come on into the house, very similar to what he did in the first end.
Good. Light. Line's good. Go. Okay. Gotta go soon. Weight's good. Slide. Weight's good.
Sweeper is working hard again this one to just drag it in behind the guard, the top 8. So
Kevin electing to come in now and corner freeze to it. Maybe change the angle of the rocks a little bit here so he has a chance to play on it later.
Line's good. It's close. Just line. Just line. Yep. Yes.
Sweeper's on it hard now for line.
Little bounce.
Looking for a little tap here. Line is perfect. Great chop by the lead.
Top 12. Yeah.
Carrick Martin now with his second stone.
Hopefully his father Kevin is watching on the line. Maybe be able to send us a few tips.
Line only. Gotta go little.
Looks like this one's just kind of holding out there a little bit. Now it's starting to make its break.
And this one just kisses the other rock in the forefoot. Beautiful weight.
Kind of a corner freeze on his one.
I'll wait.
Kevin looked to come down and tap his zone back onto the top of the 2 frozen rings.
Flash now with his first stone.
Whoa, what? Whoa, low line. Low line.
It's really
This rock is just hanging out there a little bit. It's starting to come in now. It's going to get a little tap, but so Botcher looking for just a peel, maybe a little tap on the other yellow one in the 8-foot. Hoping to maybe lie 3 here after that.
Yeah, the way the stone came to rest on top of the blue one, it's in a dangerous spot there. A strong hitting team like the Kui team, they could very easily drive the guard back onto that, take the 2 blue ones out. So
Nice job. The yellow one pops out of the house, so Botcher now line 3. As you see here by the instant replay, 1, 2, and just a little push on the other blue in the 4-foot. And all of the rocks still above the tee line, so in good position for the Botcher team.
Roll in between.
How much air have you got? Well, you got to roll far, right? I mean, just roll it there. It's not very good. It does that. You can't throw it hard and get under. Up. Okay.
Kevin trying to decide which way he'd like to come at this. All 3 of those rocks are in a good position, so
Sweeper's on his hard. Waiting for line now. Needs the rock to break a little bit. It's close. Little
inside roll.
The rock, as you can see here, coming down. Just a perfect little roll inside there.
I think they were hoping for a little bit of a better roll there for the ultimate position to line up right in between those 2 stones. But
Needed about 3 or 4 more inches. It would have been almost perfect. But so Botcher now just planning on coming down to that yellow stone.
T plus. Real big. Slow T. T line.
gives it a little bit of a bump. In there for second shot. Promoted it.
Okay. Okay.
That rock just touched this first, eh?
You make it off either, really. If you just miss this one, he has to leave his shoe in there.
I don't mind going this out turn and do it last game. It's pretty straight, right? You like going just like a normal weight at it?
I like weight.
Okay.
In case you.
Okay. That out turn is just pretty much right nose.
Yep.
BJ Neufeld.
So an out turn.
It's probably getting millimeter cold.
Out turn raise back. Hoping to split the two blues.
The Neufeld says that this ice ran pretty straight last time he threw this, so. And looking at the line, it's right down the center of the rock, so.
This one will be coming.
A lot of heat. To be straight. Loading out there a little bit. Right, come back. Right in the pocket, exactly what he wanted to do.
Great shot.
Fantastic shot.
Left his center line guard.
Looking at the replay on this one, watch it as it just comes in perfectly on the head. Straight back, 1-2. And my, oh my, have things changed here on end number 2. Darren Moling.
Trying to top back.
Nice roll.
You got it. You're here.
Pulled it behind the center line guard, only showing probably an 8 there, very slimmer, not very much.
So Neufeld now being asked to draw one into his yellow in the forefoot. Freeze right up to it.
Where are you at? Just top 8.
Call there. Call there. There right now. Right to it.
Yep.
Right to
Oh,
it.
oh,
Hold
oh,
up.
him.
Bump in. Hold up. Wait's good, Kev.
Yep, hard there. Hard there. Whoa.
Bump in here.
A nice little freeze, and the rocks are lined up perfectly for Cooey.
If you hit it real good, you might be able to stick down.
Okay.
Feel?
Yeah, I'll turn the hair high.
Brendan Botcher asking for the run back of the center line guard now. And
Directly back.
Danger here is you're running the opponent's stone in, but
I think now's the time to try that a little earlier on, so it gives, if it works, gives a skip option, but this looks like it's just going to end up
it's
being a
gonna hang
peel.
out.
Yep.
Straight peel. The Cooey team has their rocks lined up pretty good at any time for a tap back to remove the counting stone of Botcher.
It was a good, really good slide. Well, I knew that was like acceptable. Overcurl's terrible.
Both of these teams are undefeated so far at the Canada Men's Classic this year. Kevin had wins over Kelly Marnick, Charlie Thomas, and Daniel Winzik to win the A side. Then defeated Glenn Howard
Not bad as long as he can't come off of this.
and Sturmey to get himself here in the final. Of course, the Botcher team has the exact same record coming in. They had wins over Zhang. They also beat Howard. And then a win with Gunnarson on the A-side final. And then in qualifying, they beat Braden Calvert. And of course, that last shot with Brad Jacobs.
Not an easy road for either team.
No, those are some fairly tough competition to get through to find themselves here in the final. But
We're never hitting this and rolling. Probably not next year. Right. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, his nose is lower.
I think it was normal.
Of course, Skip Stone's left to come here.
Yes, right. So it's pretty easy slash double, and then you'll play the blank, right?
Possible to lead something. You'll have something.
Well, I think it's either one. Either you're doing this, or you're just trying to roll this and hang it. Don't worry about trying to get that.
Good chance.
If I should take the double, it kind of makes it easy.
I think hitting the yellow one's an easier shot.
Okay, well, let's do this.
Yeah. Like easy normal probably.
Of course, there are no time clocks here at the event here.
Yeah, I don't know.
So there's really no pressure on either team to make a decision very quickly or anything like that. They can take their time and think it through.
The odds are everything starts just rolling this way, right?
This isn't going to go very far, I think. This is going to stay there. Yeah, I think the more you get to the inside or nose, yeah, it might split a little. Not much though. Okay.
So they're going to elect to hit their top yellow, which will hit the yellow behind it, and which will hopefully hit the blue in front of that. So
I'm totally sold on this.
You kind of thinking this? You thinking this? I think it makes it awfully. I mean, do you think if we do that, can you just pound this and get rid of everything? You might be able to.
another discussion.
I think if it goes injured hard,
We'll be here till the 10 o'clock.
time is probably.
Even if there's some big next fight, you might make her second.
Right.
Tonight, which is there's no use. I could make a couple stickers.
Okay, let's think about
Are
it.
we just gonna leave some kind of note?
I'm hungry.
I mean, if I'm close to you,
Kevin's worried. He doesn't want to give him an opportunity for his deuce. He's, the way things are looking right now, he's either going to give up one or might have a chance to come down and tap and on his last shot of the end and sneak a steal away.
So we're going back to the original plan.
They need 3 more meetings still.
Going to play off his zone. The way the rocks are set up, the back blue one should easily be removed. He's just a little bit worried on how far his stones are going to maybe roll off the center line.
Kevin Cooey with his first of 2, Skip Stones.
Yep. Really hard. Really gotta go.
Rock is
Hard.
moving. Gotta hold it for line. Little wick. Not good at all.
No, and that was his.
Yeah, he's going to give his opposition a chance to remove some stones and possibly sit two.
Left him an easy double to lie two and spread out through the house. So
Oh, we had it most of the way still.
of course the sweepers were on that right away. So don't know if it got started a little inside or didn't quite get out to the broom.
Okay. Wall. Clean. Yeah. Clean. Yeah. Wall.
Sweepers on this one, got to get it right in the pocket. 1-2, and just like that, he's now sitting two. And these rocks are fairly even, so a good opportunity now for the Botcher team to get there too.
Nice throw.
As you see here on the replay, it's both of them perfectly. And now Team Botcher has a great opportunity. Kevin Cooey, his last stone.
Yep. Whoa, 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 yep. Whoa, whoa.
Hit, little roll.
Little roll, trying to get as close to the other rock as possible.
Not too much luck there, but opportunity now for Botcher to hit and stick for two. Jump out to the early lead. Brendan Botcher, his last rock here of the second end. Looking to hit and stick for two. Loopers on it to clean it.
Slight inside roll.
And nothing wrong with that. He takes his two. And we are done two. Your score after two ends of play. Botcher with two. Coey with 0. We have more coming up in the Canad Men's Curling Classic. But first, a look at our proud sponsors that help us put this event on each and every year. We're back here in Portage, end number 3. Trent Ward and Ken Clayton doing your play-by-play and color commentary here from the beautiful Portage Curling Club. It's a little cool outside here in Portage. Some snow on the ground in the last couple days.
It came down pretty hard last night.
But the curling has been definitely hot in here. And our first stone here looks like we're going for the center line. Gotta go. I don't know if he was asking for a guard or to put one in the rings. Shoes now on the other foot as Botcher now does not have the hammers. They're going to be looking to steal. So yeah, they're going to drag this one right into the rings.
Good job.
Kevin opting to throw the corner guard up.
Ben Hebert with his first stone.
Ben Hebert is the only member of the Cooey team who has not won the Canadians Men's Classic. In fact, a little tidbit is he has lost the final to all 3 of his teammates. Kevin Cooey won it in 2012 with a different team. Of course, as I earlier mentioned, BJ Newfield is a 4-time champion with Mike McEwen.
I blow the middle up, then we have
Rocks and nothing enough.
Garth Martin with his second stone. The second one right up. 12 foot.
A little bit offsetting. We've seen some different strategies through the week. Some have thrown it up in the rings to freeze it. Others have chosen to go with the center line guard.
So looking for the draw to the outside.
over here.
I like it high over there.
Sure.
Hebert with his second stone, going to throw another guard up front.
Has to throw a high guard. Put 2 guards on the left-hand side of the sheet.
So 2 corner guards. And Botcher looks to put up a center line guard after putting 2 in the house. Brad Thiessen with his first stone.
He's been asked to throw the center line guard up now.
Height. 2-3. Canada.
Nice center line guard.
Right on top of the logo.
Cooey looking to remove some of those rocks. Run back the guard and try to remove a few stones in the house. Process.
Good chance to remove all 3 here.
Flash with some heat here. Bit of an angle, but not enough. Ends up with the quarter guard from the shooter, so
Just didn't quite curl enough for him. Hit the inside part of the rock. Watch your team here now going to throw up another center line guard.
Brad Thiessen with his second. Another center line guard and another opportunity to run it back. Try to remove some stones in the house. Flash, second attempt at doing this. Straight back, 1, 2, 3. And just like that, all the stones have been removed. And you see a pile of yellows at the front of the house. This one just perfectly executed. Got just enough of a piece of the far back one, and they are almost all removed. But the last blue did still hang around, but it's outside of the house, so not too much of a worry.
Now Kevin Cooey has all his rocks out in the front. Be able to promote those back.
Gotta go.
Darren Moulding here trying to slide one in behind the center line guard.
Head down, go! Head down, go, 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 go! All you got, hard! Hard, 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 hard!
Perfectly behind the center line guard.
If you throw the in, just push it open and roll behind our guards. I like the run.
Having just thrown the run back on the previous shot, Kevin's comfortable with this shot.
BJ Neufeld with his first stone, his third end.
Yep, go! Yep, go!
Yep. Just a little bit.
Straight back.
Straight back.
It's a little biter out of it, so not a bad outcome for Team Cooey. Straight. Neither rock moved after they made connection, so perfect guard on top of it. Darren Moulding with his second stone.
Asking to draw around those two stones.
Wait only! Yeah!
Just coming in maybe a little bit too deep on the backside of the tee.
Opportunity to freeze to this one and move him back. Prefers just to put it right on top and freeze up to it, so. Neufeld now looking for a draw. Hoping to freeze to the red. Just went a little too far in the 4-foot. Sweeper's saying he needs a little.
Trying to make it right to the face. A little bit of a bump. Didn't quite finish as hard as I think they thought it was going to.
If mine was perfect, we could bump her off, but
Background watcher just going to follow the stone down. Try and sit right on top of it.
I have a room less than that?
Pretty much cutting off the 4-foot then and the button. Make it very difficult for Kevin Cooey to score his two.
Roll tight! Yep! Yep!
Washer looking to let his rock in that pile. With a draw. Sweepers on this one. As hard as it can for line. It's going to move right now. It is close. It's a beauty.
Got to the inside of the rock. A little bit of an inside roll. Might be room for Kevin Cooey to come and still sneak another one in to get his deuce. Kevin with the play off the corner guard. Trying to change the angles of those blue stones up a little bit.
Away with his last stone here. The third end.
Really hard.
Need to hold this one for the line.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Almost straight back, so not the result that they were looking for.
Don't think Kevin got all the way out to the broom on that one.
It doesn't really matter if we leave a hole.
No, we can leave a hole. Yeah.
You can see
We
here.
want to be right on the line.
Right idea, just not enough. The rock a little too thick, and
The only way I see us missing is
Yeah, I agree. This pass, we just got to block this pass.
yeah.
Actually, probably we want it like.
One rock remaining for each of the skips.
now Botcher trying to decide here what to do.
I like the out. We just take lots of ice and
They're looking at cutting off any chance of
good ice.
a
like,
deuce for Cooey. Not a whole lot of room around that button now.
Clean. Hold it early. Hold it early. Okay, line's pretty good. Yeah. Over curling. Whoa. Whoa.
Hoping for a little bit of a curl to finish the rock off.
It is moving quite a bit right now, but
Might have left him a little bit of room there.
Remember, we need this much of the button, right? Like so. I don't think you play this.
Kevin Cooey's last stone here in the third.
needs a piece of the button for this one to work.
Can probably tap it a little bit.
Get away with it, yeah. Question is, will it curl enough to get there? The blue center line guard there, bit of a problem for them. So a lot of ice, got to sneak right by it and then let the rock finish on its own naturally. So Kevin Cooey with his final stone of this third end of play.
How's the weight? Right? Hold it. Hold it.
You got to let this curl.
Starting to move now.
Is the button, will it curl enough just to clip that?
A little bit rolled off. I think it bumped and rolled off too much.
There are 3 rocks to look at here, and we're going to zoom in to see what we can see. Does look like the blue there is close.
Now, cameras are close to above the,
It was close to
above
the
the
pin,
dots?
yeah, but
whether or not they're exact or not.
everybody kind of thinks it's that 4 blue rock that is the
It's the one at the
next
back.
shot,
I
yeah.
think that one looks like it's a little closer. So
The curlers are pretty quiet about it, so we're going to assume probably 1.
we'll see what they put up on the board. But
Well,
neither team cheered.
nope. So we'll find out in just a few seconds when they put it up the scoreboard. Hopefully they don't make us wait. We've got more from the 2018 Canadians Men's Classic when we come back after this commercial break.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
And we are back. It was a 1-point score for Team Cooey, so we're going to see how it happens here in this end. If they're going to be a little more aggressive to try to make up for what they just lost the last end. It was close.
Definitely was. Just maybe a little bit too much weight. Bumped and rolled off a little bit. He did have a few inches around the guard though, so
Martin now with his first stone.
Cooey team threw up the center line guard, a high center line guard. Botcher electing to come around it.
They get one in the top 4 foot. Cooey tapping the 12 foot, so it looks like they want to draw one in as well.
Looking for another center line guard, a little closer to the rings. Beautiful center line guard.
Botcher now looking to come around and draw another one in.
A little bit lighter. Top 8. Higher.
This rock just barely skimmed by.
A little lighter than he wanted. Didn't quite get to the freeze up to the blue stone. Nicely buried in behind there though.
That really did. It stopped quicker. Mine's a little tight. What? Hard line. How heavy? Weak foot. Through. Where are you at? Top 4. Top 4. Top 8. Gotta go.
Sweeper's working hard at this one to try to push it all the way in.
Go.
Want to get as close as it can. Just touching the 4.
In there for second shot.
Botcher removing some of those Cooey stones up front. Brad Thiessen. For the peel, no problem there. One stone removed. Looking for a guard up front again.
Place the guard that they just removed.
Halfway.
Sweepers working it hard for line. This rock will finish. Nice job by the sweepers to get that one over. Botcher trying to eliminate another stone again, and no problems there. So another guard is what Cooey is thinking.
Yeah, at some point we're going to probably see a run back or either a tap back, but with so many rocks still left to come, Kevin Cooey still looking to protect his second shot in a good spot that can be promoted later.
A little more room, a little more room. No line check. Clean it. Keep going.
Sweepers just trying to get this one over, and they do. Botcher running it one more time.
Successful guard removal.
Just see it double.
That was our best shot to run this in the nose. For our guard there. Oh, you're in both. So I thought our best shot was. We didn't dead time.
You gotta keep the shooting.
Yeah, you really know. No?
No.
Okay. What do we just straight threes are yellow? What do you do?
Still just play it. You put it this into one.
Of course, the Cooey team here is trying to force them to run or steal one.
I mean, it's still really good result. 6 shots
In an 8-inning game, you don't want to get down too many points early in the game.
I like that out turn. Yeah, just turn right, just turn. Yeah. It's right where you threw that.
That's
2 ends ago you threw here. Okay.
Newfield now. his final stone of this fourth end.
Looking for the straight back run back and hopefully catch the blue on the way by at the back.
He's moving a bit on him. Nice. One. Blue did stick in the back, so still an opportunity for Botcher.
Just curled a little bit more than what he wanted. Only got a small piece of the back one going by.
I like these. One of those ones where everything's just...
Not enough to force it out the back.
Need a little bit more. Botcher now with the chance to still sit two and keep the hopes of getting to this end alive.
He's trying to get the inside roll, but
Ends up getting outside, and probably the worst of the two.
Setting up a fairly easy double.
I think so.
I just didn't want to roll halfway there and be done.
I thought I threw it in the ice just now. Okay?
Yeah.
Is that what you saw?
Yeah. When you were saying low, I wasn't sure.
I knew it.
A little more easy.
The way it works on the road, you know, you could overcurl the jam so easy.
Kevin Cooey with his first of two skips rocks.
Yep.
Looking for the double.
Really hard.
Clean the house out.
Hard.
Trying to get a little bit of an inside
Hard.
roll.
Misses the back one. The roll out too far. He might have. Botcher now has the option to try to hit, stick. You see here on the replay, he hits it, and the back one was just hair off.
Just sneaking out the other side. Brendan Botcher will display a nice light tap back here, removing the stone.
Botcher now with his first stone of the fourth end. Golden opportunity to sit two. On the nose.
Nice. Real good. Let's try it again.
Kevin Cooey now looking at his options and how to eliminate that stone and perhaps just roll in behind that cover.
Kevin's thinking about different options here.
I think it's more about weight here with this shot. What do you play so you get the nice little roll and maybe hide behind that yellow? Try to force him to one.
Yeah, he was also maybe looking at coming around the other
side, yeah.
Coming around the rock on the out turn. And kind of a corner freeze. Trying to count.
The danger of that, of course, is that if you don't freeze properly, it gives him the opportunity to hit and stick for three. So I think he looks at this as, well, we eliminate a stone, and the most he can get is two, so.
Three is a lot easier to come back than four now.
Cooey now at the last stone for him in this end.
Yep.
Weight is a little lighter, so it could move.
Yep. Whoa! Whoa! Yes! No!
Gets by the guard.
It's a 60, it's a little
Slight
tiny
inside roll. Of course, now the danger becomes
It's going in there.
if you hit it on the
Was it going in
high
there?
side, you might drive that one back and jam it on the
Blue.
Good
on the
throw,
blue.
too. Did we get
Looks
under
like he
it
has about half of a rock.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of rock, as we can see from up here. It's a question, once again, will we wait? Would you play? You don't want to roll too much. Just got to get just by that guard. May have thrown this one a little inside. Sweeper's on it right away for line. Needs to move. A beauty. Well, it's 2 more for Team Botcher as they lead this one by a score of 4-1 after 4 ends of play. We are halfway there. Don't go anywhere. More from the 2018 Canad Inns Men's Classic right after this. And we are back here at the Portage Curling Club for the 2018 Canad Inns Men's Classic. Ken Platy, Trent Ward, and the very first shot of the 5th end now in place. Drawing one into the center line for Team Botcher.
Elected to go into the rings with this, being up by 3. Kevin looks like he's going to throw up a corner guard. Somehow looking to score a deuce.
Sweeper's working hard on this one. Maybe a little light. No, it's going to get there.
High guard just over the hog line.
Botcher once again. Wanting another one in the rings. Rocks are probably going to kiss a little, separate.
Throwing up the second corner line, corner guard.
We're probably going to see another guard being thrown up here in just a few moments. Two good guards by Team Cooey. Thiessen now in the hack. He's looking to mix things up here a little bit.
Yeah, without those two rocks lined up straight back and forth, he's now looking to maybe throw a third rock in the ring, separate the two a little bit.
Backing. Weight's real good.
Little tap. Now 3 blues in the rings. Cooey now looking to. I'd be surprised if he doesn't start peeling a few of these off.
He might just be looking to tap one of them back, keep it as a catcher at the back. Hit and roll behind his corner.
Talking with his team about options here, depending on how the rock is thrown. Several things they can do here, depending on how they hit it.
I think he's just going to throw a nice controlled take out weight, move the rocks around, maybe eliminate one.
Flash now. Great roll. Removes the stone and puts one right behind cover, so exactly what they wanted to do.
No, not really, no.
Look at the replay of this one. Take a look at this again. Just catches just enough of that front one. And the second stone is pushed out into the side, 8/12 foot.
Watcher going for the removal of the high guard.
Gets the back one instead and somehow goes through the port. through the uprights for 3.
Very fortunate there.
Problem is running in second, third, and fourth. I think he did. I like that. Well, if we're going in, isn't it better to come down and everything? No?
An inch, maybe? What? An inch, maybe?
You hack it out easy.
You ever freeze this one here?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Would you ever try and bump it on the nose? It's a bit of an issue that if we're in front of it, they're still going to be first and second. I just think it's almost impossible. He just hacks down the ball point. No problem. Goes in the middle.
I like that.
I don't mind that.
I like that. Yeah.
It's just a nose hit they're talking about now.
Yeah, the worry was if they're lying third shot right now, and if they don't end up in, a second shot here, Watcher could put one lying 3 and
Flash now with his second stone.
A little heavy. A little heavy. A little heavy.
This one is hanging out there. Get the back one.
got them both. Was he able to stick around?
The one on the far back did manage to bite the back 12 foot, so
Are they sitting too?
You can see this one's just hung and hung out there. So plan B.
Actually, not a bad result, lying 2 now.
They're gonna try to use some hack weight to chip out this yellow. Golden with his stone here. First of the end.
Needs to curl a little bit more. Just gets a piece of it, rolls over.
This one will roll one out. So Cooey now with the opportunity to draw one in behind his corner guard. BJ Neufeld, first rock of the 5th end.
Yep. Has to curl a little. Has to curl.
Keep going.
Trying to bring it back.
Bury it. And that's now shot rock. So Cooey now, first and second shot. Once again, I think they're going to try to hack this one back out. They jump on this one right away. Sweepers.
Started in his hand.
And they're all over the guard here. The blue one goes to the center, so 2 open yellows on the wings. Cooey now looking to use that to his advantage.
Intern is my first thought.
So about 5 feet of ice for this shot here. So as we were saying, about 5 feet of swing.
Looking to get it in behind the guard.
Then 3 rocks counting as they move into skipstone. So Botcher's going to have to come up with a plan here on how to A, eliminate stones, or B, wedge one in there for shot.
Mine's really good.
I need this one to stay above the tee line.
So it's going to just split it. Just touches the tee line. Fully buried.
So the exact same weight and ice almost that we saw in the last shot.
Trying to get an inside roll, either roll it into the in behind cover, or maybe even chance at a double.
Brendan Botcher with his first stone this end. 1, 2. And he just got himself out of some trouble this end. We look at the replay again. Hits that one almost perfectly.
Still a great chance at 2 for Kevin Cooey. Want to be one down at the end of 5. Of course, later on this week, we have the women's here in Portage Prairie at the Portage Curling Club. Teams are actually starting to arrive. In behind on the glass, you can see Team Koana. They were Japan's represented at the World Championships last year.
First rock for Cooey.
Yep. Hard.
Get a little bit of
a roll.
Outside roll.
Sweepers holding this one. And a nice hit, nice little roll.
If nothing else, we can maybe put that jab into play at the back.
Brendan looking to get a little hit. Inside roll behind his corner. Make his take out a little harder.
Brendan Botcher with his final stone this end.
Trying to get this one to curl.
Clark Martin trying to hold this one. A little roll, but not quite enough.
Still fully exposed.
So it's a hit and stick for 2 for the Cooey foursome. Final rock is 5th end. Kevin Cooey just looking for a hit and stick.
Just a nice tap back.
Just like that, we've got 2 points. It's a 1-point game as we finish 5 ends of play here at the Portage Curling Club. You're watching the 2018 Canadians Men's Classic, and we'll have more right after this quick break.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
So we've played 5, we've got 3 more to go, and Brendan Botcher right now holding on to a 1-point lead. This end, though, he does have the hammer, so opportunity here to score 2 and have a 3-point lead coming home. So it's going to be an exciting finish to this one.
Yes. Ben Hebert here throwing up the center line guard to start the end off.
Wonder if Botcher's is going to fall in right behind it right away. That's what the game plan is going to be. Yep, and he is going to ask his lead, Karik Martin, to draw into the house behind that center line guard.
And we've seen Brendan do this throughout the game right away rather than going for the corner guard. He's going to go on the offense right away. So far, he's been successful at it.
It's worked out so far. In his last matchup against the Jacobs squad, he did very well whenever he had the hammer, getting his 2 every single time. So, interesting to see what happens here today.
Yes. He's done the same as in this game, too. with blanking the first end. Got Hebert here throwing up another center line guard, tighter to the rings.
Martin now with his second stone. Sweeper's looking to get this one to the 8 foot. Pushing it hard. At the 12. Just about the 8 foot. Cooey now looking for rock on the button here.
Just move forward. I don't see much open. Yeah. Back button.
So a draw now to the 4 foot.
Looking to get right around the guards.
Go there.
Heavy right now.
Go ahead.
Back, more back.
Stay with it.
T-line.
Through.
T-line.
Hard this. Hard this.
T-line.
Hard.
Go.
Hard. Hard.
Go, 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 go.
Trying to make this shot rock. And hard to tell from our vantage. It looks like yellow may be just touching a little bit more of the 8 foot, so I'm going to be guessing that the Botcher squad has shot rock here. Let's see, look at it. A top-down view, looks like it is Botcher.
Being up 1 and with hammer, he's looking to start clearing some rocks out of the front.
There goes the first.
Kevin Cooey asking for the guard to be replaced.
Get a room. Get a room.
Halfway.
Go there. Just kind of move.
Sweeper's feel the weight is there, so I need this rock to curl a bit.
Hard. 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 Right up. Right up. Okay.
Great job by the Sweepers. 2 yellows up front, so Cooey in good shape with guards.
Are we ever turning it on in this one?
Removal of the high guard.
Goes. Shooter. Also does.
Shot. He's going to have to do something special at some point, I think.
Kevin Cooey looking at any way of forcing for 1. Or somehow stealing here.
$18,000 for the winner. $10,000 for the runner-up. So a lot of money on the line here.
Looks like they've decided to come in with the draw.
Neufeld now looking to draw in there.
Line's really good. Just for weight. Line's nice. Right beside it. Danny's at Daniel. Right here. Sir.
He's just a curl, just a hair more. It is now shot stone. Botcher looking to follow the same path, but this time remove it.
Turn low. Really, if you hit it on the nose, you get everything as well.
Looking to run back the front guard. A couple of different options on how to remove some stones. Straight back should eliminate all three.
Sweepers on this one. 1, 2. The third stone, though, did not go, so
Didn't quite catch enough of it.
Like this. I don't hate the nose. Just play this then. Right on the scale.
Yeah, you played the ski.
What? Yeah, do you hate this way? Well, mind you, if you can make this and get to the button. Like try and over curl in there.
could be looking for
Go
the
right to the button.
draw to the button. Trying to sink 2 rocks into the house here. Count for first and second shot.
Hard front. Whoa.
Line's good.
Roll there.
Line's
Whoa.
fine.
Hold it.
Line's fine.
Roll it.
Right through almost.
Trying to get it to curl in behind the guards.
Staying out there a little bit, this one.
Looks like it's a little heavier. Freezes it right on top.
No, it is.
This gives the opportunity for Brendan Botcher to come down, lock one on top, and be shot.
And with that 1 of the 12, but he has options later to maybe tap that back for a second point. So Botcher in good shape. Molding here.
Probably frozen. For sure frozen.
Second rock.
This one too looks a little bit heavy.
A little
Maybe
straight.
bounce and roll out.
They get shot rock, but a little bounce out gives Cooey a chance to hit and roll in. Some nice light weight perhaps.
Yep, straight draw to the button. Maybe a little bit of rub off.
Get in. Right up here.
Would really like to be shot stone after this.
Rock is starting to make his move now. Trying to bury it on the pin.
Just kind of caught in between there on whether to sweep it to keep straight and rub it off, or
You can see here they were anxious and jumping on this one. They thought they needed it. And then if they would have kept it, they may have gotten a little wick off of the blue and had the shot they wanted.
The way they were, I thought it was.
So now Botcher with a pocket behind. He follows the exact same path. He can use that to his advantage and tap those two yellows back. Brendan Botcher with his first stone here. And then number 6. They need this one for line. They're calling it hard. It's moving. By the first one. Is it curl enough? Gets to the pin. But not as much curl on that rock as we saw on the one from Cooey.
it had a little bit more steam to it, so just by the guard though.
So he is sitting 1. Question is, do you freeze up to those? Force him to his 1. Quite the cluster of rocks there in the 4-foot area. We could be adding a few more here by the time this end is over.
Certainly would like to put some rocks, another draw in and put it in on top of these two, eliminating the second point for the Botcher team. Or Botcher team also has the center line, one on the center line and the top of the 12 that they could promote back.
Really hard. Hard, guys.
This one looks like it's starting to move and a little bit light.
It's gonna wreck on that top guard. So the question here is, do you run back the one on the 12-foot, or you just draw one in and take your 2?
I think they're trying to take a look to see whereabouts, if they did draw in, where it would end up. Could they do the same thing and wick it off their blue and roll into the enough of it to grab a piece of the white? This might be
So you run in the top 12, you hit it on the one on the button. Hopefully something spins off and hits the other yellow. So the option here, as we look, Trent, is that they're talking about if you hit the one here on the top 12, directly straight back onto the one on the button, and there could be a possibility of 3 there.
They're trying to finish the game off right here.
So all they got to do is hit the one of the 12 put pretty thick.
Yeah, it's, you know, they could hit it straight back. It's fully exposed to get around it. It almost looks like almost the easier shot of the two. Like, although they just threw that draw.
You got to do this one for line. It is moving. Hanging now.
Needs to come up a little bit.
Did he roll out? I do see, I think he has 2 here. Definitely does not have 3, so he ended up with 2. And we've got a 3-point lead for Team Botcher as we play 6 ends and we finish the 6. It is a score right now of 6-3 here in Portage la Prairie. We couldn't do this without some of our proud sponsors. So here's a look now at what some of the sponsors that have helped us out for the 2018 Canad Inns Men's Classic. And we are back here in Portage for the 2018 Canad Inns Men's Classic. We have a 3-point lead here for Team Botcher as we start the 7th end of play.
Great run back on the last end. Almost scored his 3. With a 3-point lead, we'll probably have to see Kevin Cooey be a little more aggressive this end. For sure having to score a 2.
Sweepers dragging this one in. An event like this cannot happen without the great volunteers and staff and people involved. And without them, the 2018 wouldn't be the event that it is this year.
No, and we'd like to thank them for coming out. Thank them for volunteering their time.
And of course, the proud sponsors, which we just showed you, their help is also greatly appreciated. We hope to have an amazing 2019 coming up.
Yes. First of all, we have to get through the women's event next weekend.
You're thinking ahead. See, I'm thinking farther ahead. Fantastic event this weekend, and had a blast here being here. And from myself and my technical crew that are behind the scenes, thank you to them for doing such a great job. B&K Studios and Big Day Media Sports Productions joining forces to bring this to everybody's home.
Ben Heber came up short on his first one, hogging it.
I thought you were good. I think I made it.
Brennan Botcher again through what we've seen through this game is he's throwing up the center line guard on his second shot rather than coming right into the rings.
He just barely squeaked this one over the hog line again. Brad Thiessen Second for Team Botcher.
Removing the guard there.
I think this looking heavy to watch.
That being the fourth shot. Not sure why it was removed or how it got removed with the five rock rule.
Yeah, we were both just kind of scratching our heads, and I don't think anybody else caught it. So
of course, that is a new rule this year.
And players probably forgetting, going back to the old 4 rock rule, not thinking about it.
Great weight.
Keeping this one clean is the game plan for Team Botcher. No guards up front, though. This is not too good for QE team.
No, they're just going to continue to throw up guards. Somehow hope for a miss or a half miss. Calling for the removal of the guard.
Up to third stones now.
Make it usable. Halfway 2/3.
Feld looking to put up a guard.
It's okay.
Darren Molding now. Looking to peel that guard.
Successful peel off.
More of the same here.
Last rock of the thirds.
A little more line.
Nice guard again. A little closer to the rings though, so. Brendan Botcher now with his first skip stone. carrying big weight here.
Getting half the rock, roll out.
That is. Or less.
Less? Nice spot. That's good.
Kevin here looking to draw.
Even up. Line's nice.
Let's keep this in line with the yellow stone in the house. Eliminate the chance of a double. Perfect weight.
Separating the rocks. Calling for the hit and roll. Wanting a fairly large roll in behind the two that are on the center line. The worry here would be rolling out, leaving Kevin a little tap back hit for his two.
Brendan Botcher with his last stone here in the 7th end. Trying to get the hit and roll. Sweeper's on it. Holding it for line. It's moving too far. Opportunity now for Cooey now to get his two.
Hit it as long as you stick the shooter.
Chance for Kevin Cooey to score his two here and only be one down without Hammer playing 8.
I think it's good, Kev.
Yeah, it's the same. Now wait. Boards. Board weight. Yeah, it's board weight. 3/4 higher.
Important shot here for Kevin Cooey. Needs to stick around.
Wants to hit it slightly on the high side.
Just playing board weight, so not too heavy.
Hard.
Beautiful shot. Sits 2. And we've got a 1-point game here after 7 ends of play.
Okay. Really good.
6-5 for Team Botcher as they will return home with the hammer. You're watching the 2018 Canad Men's Classic here from the Portage Curling Club.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Well, we have called a lot of curling this weekend, and we are down to what could be our very last end. We are on the 8th end. It is a 1-point game in favor of Team Botcher. He has the hammer this end, and Kevin Cooey will be on the offensive. Throws up his first rock, just getting it over the hog line.
The center line guard. Brandon Watchers going to try and nick it. Not taking it out of play, but putting it off to the wings where it really would not be of any use. Kevin Cooey trying to sweep this one out so we can replace it.
They do. Not by much. It was close.
Yep.
And don't go anywhere after this matchup. We will have the awards presentation here.
Ben Hebert asking here to throw another center line guard up, closer to the rings.
Hard line. Hard defense. Hard.
Sweeper's trying to drag this one as close as they can.
And two good center line guards for the Cooey team.
Botcher now changing gears. Not trying a wick with one of those. Just going to come into the house.
Just behind the tee line.
Just slightly deep in behind the tee line. So
Get tee line. 21.
Kevin Cooey can now come down and freeze right to it.
Golden flash in the hack.
Wait only. Wait only. Lean.
It's good.
This one is hanging out there a little bit. It will move.
Just seems to be a little quicker.
A little bit of separation there.
Bounces off.
So Brad Thiessen being asked to freeze up to that yellow. That's on the side of the 4. This one's curling nicely. And a great freeze.
Locked it right on top.
Yeah, you throw the same and then sweep it.
That'll take at least a couple of shots to be able to throw any one of those back for Kevin Cooey to try and steal.
Oh, I mean, we're getting by that by a mile. Like you gotta be. You need a few more feet. Couple more feet.
Asking for a little bit extra weight to tap it. creating enough separation between the blue ones that
Another one hanging out there. This time, moving their
Off
one
the
yellow.
zone.
So Botcher opting to put another one on top of his 2 blue already. Trying to make it very difficult to remove those stones.
with last rock here, he's going to try and plug up the button as much as he can.
Sweeper's working hard on this one to try to drag it there.
Starting to finish now. Might get a little bit of rub.
Nice job.
Kevin Couey trying to decide whether to come in with a little lightweight and start bumping a few back, or maybe a little bit harder to remove a few more stones. Or possibly drawing in on the opposite side.
DJ, come have a quick look.
BJ Newfield trying here a takeout. Trying to eliminate a couple of stones, move some rocks around.
Big weight on this one.
Looks like he threw a little bit in.
To the guard. Botcher now with the opportunity to either guard that all up or once again draw another one in there.
Brennan snuck away for a little bit of a water break.
He is coming back. So putting up a guard or running off a guard. So wanting to keep that 4 foot wide open.
Yeah, for his if he needs it on his last shot, but the way he's got those rocks in there now, like it's going to take a couple of shots for Kevin Couey to have any chance of stealing his one.
Good hat. River high.
Newville now with second rock. They are down by 1. They do not have the hammer, so looking to steal here in this 8th end.
Looking to come here and down and bump a few rocks, move a few of them behind the tee line.
See, not very big weight, but just wants a rattle, not. So Molding now being asked to do the double takeout.
You're gonna play a little thick, but.
Got the one.
It's the back one and the one on the side. So turns out to be a triple. And a lot of blue now in the house. Great shot by Darren Molding. And he's making it tougher for Kevin Cooey to steal one here.
Essentially with no guards in front of the house. Kevin's going to come down here and play a tap back, hopefully line his rocks up right on top of each other. And hopefully he'll have the same opportunity on his last shot to have one frozen in there. Great strategy by Brendan Botcher in keeping the rocks out of play here.
Hard. Look. Hard. 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 Hard.
Nice job of removing one of the stones. Watcher.
Just moved a little bit, not quite nose to nose, so.
Opportunity for Botcher here just to hit half of this one and then spit out the yellow. You will lose the one on the back. But he's okay with that.
He'll be perfectly fine with it. Leaving essential no rocks for Kevin to freeze to.
Right out of his hand. We are down to
Good shot.
the final stone perhaps for
Nice throw.
Kevin Cooey.
Got in between. Good night.
I still a little tank got a little back, so we're pretty
Looking to freeze up to that blue one. Final stone here for Kevin Cooey in the 8th end. Needs to make the perfect freeze here.
Perfect freeze. Needs to be shot rock. Just going to play this for weight. Don't want to bump this too much. Looking for separation here. And there's a little bit. Brendan Botcher with a chance to win this with a hit and stick. Electing to do the takeout rather than draw to the 4-foot for the win. Brendan Botcher with his last stone. A chance to win $18,000. Hit. Stick. Rolls out, but he gets the win. Brendan Botcher, Darren Molding, Brad Thiessen, and Karik Martin end up winning the 2018 Canadians Men's Classic here on this Monday night.
Big victory for them. Kevin Cooey and his team of BJ Neufeld, Colton Flash, and Ben Hebert will come away with the runner-up trophy and $10,000 prize money. Now we are going to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the awards presentation here from the 2018 Canadians Men's Classic from Portage La Prairie.
Good evening. My name is Dan Lucier. I'm the CEO of Canad. On behalf of Canad, I want to thank all of the curlers for providing us with exciting world curling during the 2018 Canad Men's Classic. This is the 9th year of the $56,000 Canad Men's Classic. And once again, we're proud to present this tournament and ensure that Portage La Prairie remains recognized as an important stop on the World Curling Tour. Canadians is a Manitoba-owned, Manitoba-grown, and Manitoba-proud company. We have a strong belief in giving back, and we organize this event and 2 others on the World Curling Tour as one way of giving back to our community. The Canadians Men's Classic is the first event, and the Canadians Women's event begins this Thursday and runs until Sunday. The Canadians Mixed Double Classic will take place November 16th to 19th. We want to send our thanks to all the sponsors, to the World Curling Tour, to CBC Sports, where games from this event were streamed, to the Portage Curling Club, our ice technicians, Al, Trent, the volunteers, and all the curling fans across the world. We saw some great games this weekend and want to send a special thanks to all the teams who played in the Canadians Men's Classic this year. Once again, this year, the winner of the Canadians Men's Classic will receive the Dave Elias Memorial Trophy. Dave was a member of multiple provincial championship contenders and winning teams and had the distinct experience of competing at every position. We would like to thank the Elias family and formally recognize Dave's wife Sue and children Mackenzie and Nicholas, who are here with us today to help present the trophy. So to begin, the second place team of the 2018 Canadians Men's Classic, who will receive $10,000, Team Cooey out of Alberta. Lead Ben Hebert, second Colton Flash, third BJ Neufeld, skip Kevin Cooey. Congratulations, Team Cooey. And now the champions of the 2018 Canadians Men's Classic, receiving $18,000 and the Dave Elias Memorial Trophy, Team Botcher out of Alberta. Lead Darren Martin, second Brad Peterson, third Darren Bowling, and skip Brendan Botcher. Congratulations, Team Botcher. Again, on behalf of the Canadians, thank you to all the teams and everyone involved in the Canadians Men's Classic. We look forward to more exciting curling at the Canadians Women's Classic, October 18th and 21. Thank you and have a good night.
And that'll do it for us here at the Portage Curling Club. The Canadians Men's Classic comes to a close with a victory tonight by Brendan Bochner and his team from Edmonton, Alberta. From all of us here at B&K Studios and Big Day Media, we'd like to thank you, as well as our sponsors. Have yourself a good night, and we hope to hear from you and see you for the Women's Classic that just starts on Thursday morning.